Thanks everybody for joining us today for another episode of Smart TV. Today, let me pull up my notes real quick. Today we're going to be talking about augmented reality and virtual reality and how you can use it in your business. There's a lot of good things that you can use it for.
We've got Google Cardboard here.
Yeah.
Super awesome product from Google.
These are really fun. I don't know if you guys have seen these before. This is a Google Cardboard device here. You just open them up. They fold up basically, and then you just open them up, stick your phone right here. Like go onto YouTube. You can get, just do a search for VR or AR. I guess VR really is the best for 360-degree video. Pull them up and you just stick them in. Hit the play button on there. Stick them in here and close this. And then you just put them up and watch whatever it is that you want to watch. There's a lot of good videos, things that are out there about this. So this is what we want to talk about. So if you have questions about using virtual reality or augmented reality for your business, let us know, because we're going to have some fun discussing this today. For some businesses, it seems strange to think about having virtual reality, you know, for your business, but they're really awesome. There's all kinds of stuff. And this is kind of the low-end version of it. I mean, you've got like the Galaxy Gear headsets, you know, an Oculus that are a couple $100. And they can have controllers on the side or even integrate with wireless controllers. But there's a lot of good stuff that a business can do with this kind of thing, this kind of technology. So to begin, I think it'd be good to define what are the different types of things that can be done. So there's virtual reality, okay? Virtual reality is where you have a video or a program or something that allows people to be completely immersed into the experience. So this is virtual reality here, basically. It pretty much just, you can even put headsets on to get audio into it. You can jump right into the video itself, okay? So virtual reality video is usually very immersive. It sometimes is 360 degrees and sometimes it's not. Okay, so what that means is if it's not, then you can't turn your head and look to the side and see stuff. The camera's facing forward only. But it just feels like you're immersive you're like right there in that moment with whatever the camera's looking at. The 360 degree videos are where you can put these on and you can turn and look in different directions around you and see different things.
Down.
Yeah. So like if you've seen Discovery Channel has their virtual reality app.
Oh yeah.
That you can put on and do Shark Week. And so you can go down with the divers when they're videoing the sharks and you can literally look around and watch fish swim by and everything.
How awesome.
So that's virtual reality. It's a fully immersive experience. Okay. Augmented reality is a little different, because in augmented reality, what you're wanting to do is overlay data onto the world in front of you. Okay, so I guess the two things that are big on augmented reality is Microsoft has the HoloLens. Did you try it when we had that guy here that had the HoloLens?
I just tried the Vive.
Just the Vive?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
they have these goggles. There's a really good TED Talk that shows them off as well. You can see through them. It looks like just a goofy looking pair of really big glasses or like a safety visor. But what it does is it's designed to have these little cameras that project down onto the lens data. So you're seeing everything around you, but you're also seeing extra data on top of that.
This is what Pokemon Go is based off of.
Exactly.
Augmented reality.
Pokemon Go is augmented reality. So you're showing the real world, but you're also showing data over the top of it. That's augmented reality. Then you have the 360 degree photos. Okay, this is kind of like a virtual reality still photo. And this is where you have an image that you can turn and look around and see everything around you. It doesn't move, it's not motion, but it's an image. And it allows you to look around in it, okay? So so really in virtual reality you can do 360 or you can just do camera angle only. So those are the different types of technologies that you can look at to help people what are the different types of things you can use for your business. The goal of using any of these tools in your business is really to help people have an experience with your business before they even come in to do business with you. So what we mean by that is, let's say you're a restaurant, okay, or a day spa or something like that. It would be really neat to shoot the experience of being in your restaurant or day spa from the perspective of the customer. Now, there's tons of videos that people put out all the time that show off the services they give. They show, here's where we do the massage, or here's where we do this, or here's where we do this. But really, what if you shot those videos from a perspective of somebody who's getting the massage? So you just had somebody on the table, you just have the camera, and it just looks like it's coming from their eyes as they're looking at it. So those are some of the things that are important that you can look at, because you want to help people feel comfortable coming to do business with you. If you're a brand new restaurant, you want to help people see the experience of eating at your restaurant. Why not shoot a video as if you are the customer? Do like a virtual reality one, even if it's just a camera angle, just a camera focus,
like
not 360.
With the plate in front of you and the utensils and things.
Yeah, exactly. You could literally just get a rig, and it just sits on either right here on somebody's head, or just like right in front of their face basically, and they just walk in, they see the ordering, the seating, you seat them, you talk with them, you bring the food out, those kinds of things.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot you can do to help people feel a good experience at your location. If you do live music, have them sitting there watching the live music and things. What is that like to sit in our booth and enjoy the live music? All that kind of stuff is great.
Yeah.
So
I think especially for restaurants and things, I love how people recommend if you go to a new town or a city, and they're like, go to this hole-in-the-wall restaurant. And they don't really have much signage outside, or it's kind of hard to find because it's just a word-of-mouth place or something like that. I love doing this when I travel. How cool would it be if it kind of looked sketchy from the outside, but it was really awesome on the inside, but you had to be in the know to know about it?
Yeah.
You could be seen online and have that experience of your restaurant inside and not have people deterred by what it might look like on the outside.
Yeah, exactly. Even for bands, if you're trying to attract bands, have someone put the headset on and record as if they're coming from the band perspective. What is it like to perform there? There's all kinds of fun stuff that you can do. If there's unique things at your restaurant or at your work, talk about it, do it. We have a client that does insurance, and we want to work with them on putting some videos together that it would be like, what is it like to get a quote from us? And you can put on a virtual reality headset like this, and it'll feel like you're sitting across the table from them as they are answering questions or as they're going through and discussing the insurance opportunities that they have, or different things like that.
Yeah.
So there's all kinds of things you can do. The thing to think about is, how can you help your customers gain an experience with you before they even spend money? The more they know about that, the better. So even if you're a car repair location, what is it like to come in and do service with you? What if you shoot some educational videos on how to fix a car, and you use a virtual reality camera that will help you to get that three-dimensional effect, so as you're explaining how to fix things in the car, it feels like people can be there and see the depth, the different parts of the engine, and realize, oh, that's just down over here. Oh, okay, cool. So that it
builds trust.
Yeah, they have that experience with you. Or even like a tour. Here's the tour of our facilities. And it makes them feel like they're standing in your facilities. You could do 360-degree image and see the same thing as well.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of fun that you can do. As far as the cameras go for these kinds of things, there's a couple of devices that you can plug in for your phone or like on a GoPro camera that help shoot the virtual reality. They're about $150 a piece. To do the full 360-degree video, you're starting at about almost $1,000 for that camera. And if you go with GoPro's camera they built with Facebook, it's like 16 grand.
Oh yeah, because it has
it's a ton of GoPros. It's ridiculous. So there's a lot of technology that you can use to get that.
So if you go on YouTube and you were trying this as we suggested, you'll see some YouTube videos that have 2 videos going, and you'll see some that just have 1 video going. Can you kind of talk about that too?
Oh yeah. So when you go on to YouTube, there's you type in virtual reality or 360-degree video or whatever, you do a search for that, you pull up those videos. Usually when it first turns on, it'll show the whole screen is the one video, basically. To use something like this on it, what you need to do is there's an icon that looks a lot like this, basically, down in the corner of the screen. And so what you do is you tap on that, and it will split the camera view to give you it looks like there's two lenses, two different versions of what you're looking at, and then it'll work with the lenses that are inside here to give you the virtual reality three-dimensional effect. So that's good to point out. Yeah, make sure that you hit that button and set it. And if you get double vision, there's a QR code, usually on these Google Cardboard devices. The ones that are the certified ones will have this QR code here that you can snap, go into the settings while the video's on, and it will actually help you do that. So what is the benefit of VR and AR? There's a ton, and that's what we're talking about today, so thanks for bringing that up. This is all we're going to talk about today is virtual reality and augmented reality and 360-degree video for business. So let's talk a little bit about augmented reality. In fact, this is something that's I don't think a lot of people really comprehend what that is and how it works. Augmented reality is where, again, you're overlaying data on the real world. Like the Pokemon Go app, if you've used it, is augmented reality.
So we could be sitting here, but it could look like we're in space or something.
Yeah, exactly. Waze is the map app that Google bought not too long ago. So they overlay data onto the map as well. So you can see coupons from businesses or sponsored places on the app. People can report accidents or other things like that as well.
Yeah.
So that's another way that there's augmented reality.
Benefit.
So if you wanted to, you have to have some kind of device that builds the augmented reality, that sets it up. It could be an app that you have built for your business that allows data to overlay. There's the headsets that are coming out that do that as well. Another great way, and I think this is probably one of the best ways for a business to use augmented reality, is beacon technology. And what that is there's these little devices that you can stick anywhere you want. Like let's say you're a restaurant, you stick a beacon somewhere, and like maybe it's underneath the table or something, or near the booth. And then what happens is it can send a message out, and anybody that sits in that booth gets a message. And that message, they can pull it up on their phone, there's a notification that'll appear, and if they tap on it, you can watch a video about your restaurant. Mm-hmm. Or watch a video about what are your topics or your big menu items for the day or something. So that's where it's using some of that digital to give you more information.
Think Tony Stark. What would you want if you were a business? If you were Tony Stark, what would you want to have in your business?
Yeah,
control.
Overlay that data. So there's some fun stuff that you can do with that to make sure that you have that ability to share. If you're in a restaurant, or not a restaurant, but a grocery store chain, they're starting to grow more. The beacon technology, where when you walk down the aisle, they have a cell. Instead of having the TVs built into this display of the product, they have a beacon hidden behind the product, and it just pings your phone. Your phone pulls up, you can watch a video or see stats about that product or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's a fun way that you can do it as well.
You know what really is coming to mind with Halloween coming up and all the haunted houses coming out? VR or augmented reality in a haunted house.
That would be fun.
I'm sure that people are going to hop on that pretty soon. Put on your glasses when you go into the haunted house.
Have an overlay of information, other ghouls or other surprises as you're walking around.
Totally.
That would be cool. That I can totally see that one happening.
Yeah.
That would be fun. So there's a lot of great things that can work out for augmented reality as well.
Another one that comes to mind is realtors, of course. Mm-hmm. And I think that would be more on the virtual reality side, becoming completely immersed in a home. Like you're walking around and you're like, oh, here's the kitchen. I'm actually just sitting in the office.
Yeah, virtual reality would be huge for them.
And I'm being able to see the whole house without stepping foot in it.
Totally. I'm excited for that. I hope I can buy my next house that way. That'd be a lot of fun to do.
Yeah.
You don't even have to leave the office. You can look at a dozen homes without leaving the office.
Yep.
It'd be so much faster.
And don't disrupt like maybe the current owners that live there or drive across town.
Exactly.
What if you're moving across the country?
Spectacular.
You don't want to just be like, oh, I'm moving across the country. Hope this house is what it seems from the photos, because you never know.
Now you can walk through it and see it. So there's a ton of fun you can do. Even the 360-degree video. If you're a restaurant, why not take a 360-degree video of what it's like in your kitchen, and then people can see it. Go,
Dang,
come
that's
in.
clean.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go
you can see the cooks cooking. You can see people doing stuff. There's get that immersive experience. They can look like they can feel as if they're standing back there. It doesn't have to be video either. It could be just a still photo that you take and it shows everything off, or it shows off the banquet rooms. We want to show off what our banquet room looks like. Or if you do sponsor for presentations, have a room where people can do presentations and things. Why not shoot it from the perspective of the presenter so they can see what is it like to be there in that room?
Yeah.
They can get a feel for it. They can stand in the middle of the room from their phone basically. So there's a lot of fun that can be done with these.
So currently too, you can just use your iPhone camera to take a 360-degree photo. Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah, certain apps like Fuse can do those as well. There's several different other apps that you can use to make the 360-degree videos with. The company actually, we use this Cardboard. These guys actually have a Kickstarter campaign for a device that you plug your phone into, and it will rotate your phone and take all the pictures for you. So we have.
So you don't have like a shaky hand. I've drank too much coffee.
Yes, exactly, exactly. And it's nice too because you can set it and you can even leave the room and it'll just do the whole thing for you.
Yeah.
Basically, so there's a lot of fun. We have one of those coming actually.
Yay.
And that'll be fun to play with. But there's the Google released the Cardboard app. You can actually shoot virtual reality from your most mobile devices. Most of your mobile phones will do it, Androids and iPhones. There's a few headsets that you can put onto like an adapter over the camera for your phone, and even for GoPro cameras that'll let you shoot in virtual reality also.
Yeah, so if you're a business that's looking for, on a budget, there are options for you. You don't have to spend all your money on the latest, greatest camera. There are ways that are a little bit more affordable for you to shoot your own photos and videos in virtual and augmented.
Exactly. Now, for the serious, like if you want to really attract people in, then look at the HTC Vive as an opportunity.
Oh yeah, that thing is awesome.
Could you imagine like if a restaurant put one of those in, like Chuck E. Cheese had an HTC Vive in there, they would go ballistic. There'd be so many people lining up to use it.
Yeah.
That'd be amazing. Fun places like that, virtual reality would be spectacular. The Vive is about $800 to buy the whole set.
And you do have to have like a separate computer that holds most of the data and software.
You need a pretty serious gaming computer, not just a normal computer. So you're probably looking at about $2,000 for a gaming computer that's a serious one with the memory and the processors and graphics chips and things. But man, for like so that's about $3,000 to get an HTC Vive, but spectacular what you can do with it. I mean, totally fun. In fact, a friend of mine's building a gaming facility. Like we can come play competition games, video games with other people, like have tournaments and things.
Ooh,
they're building this out in Syracuse, and they're going to put like I think they're putting in 4 HTC Vives.
Ooh, that's awesome.
For video games and stuff. So we're going to have a full interactive thing in there as well. And I don't know, they might be doing Microsoft's as well. But there's a lot of fun with that. So realize that while this is amazing technology, it's just fun to do virtual reality. It's fun to do the augmented reality things. With smartphones and other technology today, it really doesn't cost that much to do it. That's the best part of it. It really doesn't. And we love that. You can do it for less than $1,000, you can do it and have things work out. So give people an opportunity to have an experience with your business. I mean, really, other than
immerse them in your business,
exactly,
the personality of your brand.
How can you do things, even if it's let's introduce them to our staff.
Yeah. Like you're there face to face with them.
Yeah. That's exactly. Cool. What is it like to have one of our plumbers come to your house to fix something? Go to somebody's house, use somebody's house, set up a camera so it's as if it's taking the shot of, the doorbell rings, you go down, you open the door, it's the plumber. They're introducing themselves, they come in, you show them where the problem is, they go down there and they fix it, and you're watching them do this. So it's as if you just watched from the customer perspective of what these people are going to be like when they come to your house.
Yeah. Are they like creepy?
Isn't that cool?
You want to know that they're cool, you can trust them, that they're good employees.
Exactly.
It builds trust, I think, is the biggest part of sharing that experience before people buy, is the trust of it.
Exactly. That makes a big difference. Because that's, I mean, as consumers, that's a really major question that we want answered. It's really the only question that we have, is how do we as consumers know who we should trust? If we move into a new area and we're looking for someone to help us with our like say our furnace goes out and we need an HVAC company to come help us. If we don't know anybody in the area to use, we're going to be really concerned about finding the wrong company.
Yeah.
So nowadays we can leverage Facebook and social to go, hey, fans or people that I know in the area, who should I be using? And that's good because then you can connect with people and you're getting feedback from customers, basically is what it is. Mm-hmm. Getting that direct feedback from those customers. So with something like this, you can literally help people have an experience with your business. You can make a big difference in helping them to feel more comfortable using your service. I mean, I can guarantee you, if you are like a plumbing service or lawn care service or whoever, if you're a service that is going to be high touch with that
with
individual,
your home or your family,
yeah, where you're in that person's private areas, you're doing things in their home,
totally.
Helping them to have an experience. Like if they could put these on and they could literally watch what it would be like, as if you went to their home to do stuff, I think you're probably 60% more likely to get that job.
Totally, yeah.
Especially if you have good reviews too. Have some good reviews from your customers out there online, and then have a full experience of what it's like to meet you and talk. Would be really good. How much is that cardboard glasses thing? So this, if you go to, you can Google I Am Cardboard and look these guys up. This is $10. They have a few other ones that are a little bit more expensive. If you go on Kickstarter, these guys have a Kickstarter campaign where they have a few different versions of this that are coming out that are spectacular. They fold up, make it easier in here. So these completely fold, yeah, and they come apart. I mean, there's not much to it.
It literally is cardboard.
Yeah. When they say Google Cardboard, they mean Google. It's cardboard, but it just folds up, nice and easy. And these ones are nice too because if you have a Android device, there's a little magnetic button here you can move, and it will kind of change and press and give you an opportunity to do interaction on an Android phone. It won't work for iPhones because iPhones' button schematics are different, but you can use that for some of the Android phones as well. So they're fun. Making these kinds of videos and things are really fun to do for your business. So just think of how can we give people an experience with our business and be creative with it. There's a lot of fun you can do with these kinds of themes. So thank you guys for joining us. We appreciate you sticking around and working with us today. If you have any other questions, let us know. SMRT TV is a good hashtag to use. We do these episodes every single week on Mondays around noon Mountain Standard Time. So join us next week. We're going to be talking about some more fun things. In fact, let me look up. What is our episode for next week?
I think we're doing some content marketing. We're going to be talking about what kind of content your business should be using and why it's important, why it's good, what makes good content, what makes bad content.
Exactly.
And why user-generated content is some of the best you can have.
Thanks. Oh, you're welcome. We appreciate that. Yeah, we love to help businesses. If you know anybody who's in a business, let them know. We broadcast live on Twitter, Periscope, Facebook, and even YouTube as well. So you can always reach us there, and then we record these and put them up on our YouTube channel so you can watch them later. So please follow us for more tips and advice. We've been doing this since May, actually. So that's what, 4 months now? Almost 5 months we've been doing these. So we got tons of content, tons of information and advice to help businesses out. So next Monday, content marketing tips like John Lee was talking about. What's good content? What is the content you should avoid as well? So we're going to have some fun with that. In fact, we can probably even weave in a little bit of the election since tonight's the debate.
Yeah.
Next week, talk about the elections a little bit and how that can influence your content.
Yeah, tune in for that, guys.
This is going to be a lot of fun. Thanks for joining us, and we'll talk to you guys later.